we have storylines that relate directly to you and like sort of speak to you, and I think it's the way that we tell the stories as well. I think it's multi-generational, so I don't know if there's a show that does tell stories the way that we do, you know? So you'll be watching it and the past is informing what you're watching now, and I think it's just a different way to connect to these characters.
Did anybody give y'all any grief at first because of that's sort of an unorthodox way to tell a story, sort of past and present simultaneously. Did you ever hear any, oh, that's a weird way to do it, or was everybody just
I think everyone was on board. The only sort of, I don't even know if it was a criticism, but the only sort of, question I guess we got was after the pilot was sort of, well, where do they go from here? And we followed Dan Fogelman, and he's like, come with us, here's where we go. And everyone has just sort of put their arms around the show, and people love it.
You're not kidding.
I'm a huge fan of the show, too. I love it. It's, you know, I tell you, like, it's interesting being on an ensemble show, like a true ensemble show. I get to see parts of the show that I'm not in that I have nothing to do with. And so you're
watching as a fan.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's the best job I ever had in my life.
I'm happy for you, man.
Thank you, man.
I really, really am. We were just saying before we came back, at this day and age when people sort of watch TV in different types of ways, this is a massive, straight down the barrel network hit.
Yeah.
You just must pinch yourself every day.
I do whenever I get a chance. You know, it's amazing that you have this show that I think is special. And I remember when I read the pilot, I thought, this is really something special. And I was lucky enough to get the role, but you never know. What you don't know is if people are going to watch it. There's just no way to
You can't predict that.
You can't predict that. So we've not only had people watch it, but continue to watch it. And our audience has grown. And it's critically acclaimed, which is also great.
Sure.
So it's just, it's fun. It's nice to see that people are responding to it.
Season finale is tomorrow night. What can everybody expect? Can you give anything away?
I can tell you that my gosh, it's a huge show. It's our season finale is, I think, our biggest show of the year. I think the show turns a bit. It gets pretty real, pretty serious, pretty raw, pretty fast. And some things happen that by the end of the episode, by the end of the season actually, which is the end of that episode, you're going to be wanting more, but unfortunately you have to wait till season 2. But we leave you with quite the cliffhanger.
Everybody's going to be watching.
Very much all of this is us.
We'll wait for it.